Information on this channel about the mark of the beast mostly focuses on bank in developed world. We assume that new technology starts in wealthier countries and then gradually trickles down to the poorer countries. But often the truth is quite the opposite. Citizens in developing countries are more vulnerable, making them into ideal guinea pigs. Poverty makes it easier for government to bully people into accepting changes. In my home country, India, a national ID card referred to as Aadhaar card was introduced in September 2010. Citizens were given 12-digit number, photographs, fingerprints and iris scan were stored in a database. The poor were told they would benefit the most from the ID card, as they could use it to access subsidized food like rice and sugar and basic necessities like kerosene for cooking. Without a card, they would no longer access this benefit. Really, the poor were left with no choice but to sign up or to starve. The public were told that the card was not mandatory, but the push to sign up was intense. Not just for adults, but for children as well. Schools were used to get children of all ages and to enter into database. Now 6 years later, 1 billion people have the cards. It is the largest national ID project in the world. Not surprisingly, the system has changed over those 6 years. In 2012, just 2 years after the launch, the government introduced a scheme to use the card for cashless transaction of any size, linking them to bank account. This is called the Direct Cash Transfer Scheme. The push now is to upgrade to a microchip smart card. They will be required to access more and more government services like healthcare and education. The government even uses them to monitor work attendance for all public servants. The Aadhaar ID card started out as a voluntary system, supposedly to help the poor. But all that is changing. The government is not happy that only 75% of population is signed up. It wants them all. They now want to make it compulsory for everyone to have a card. Those who don't will be regarded as criminal. There were initial concerns about privacy, that government promised that no one would be able to access information, but now more and more agencies are linking into the database. The plan is to give the detail of all their citizens to the security forces, so they can monitor everyone's movements. In the space of 6 years, the changes in India have been enormous. 1 billion people are becoming more and more dependent on an ID system that can be used to control them. It won't take much for the information to be used to persecute minorities. All it takes is for the wrong politician to be voted in. Every indication is that India will continue moving in this direction. What seemed unbelievable 10 years ago is happening before our eyes. The country with world's biggest population may become one of the first to become cashless. And most people say it like it's a good thing. It's not just happening in India, it's happening everywhere. We need to open our eyes and see where this is leading. If you want to stay informed about this subject, please subscribe to this channel. Thank you.